Alright, I would normally be doing hamstrings, but like I discussed in my last one, I didn't really, it's been almost a week, I think, since I did the hamstrings last time, but they're still sore. I worked them pretty hard, and I think I'll just do core. It's a good substitute. I don't know why. Hanging just doesn't work for me for some reason, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah, this is what I usually do. I go up like this, and then I do them. Alright, that's pretty difficult. Whew. But it shows how weak my core has gotten. Whew. Try to hold it, I guess. Not quite done. Those are harder, definitely, but I still gotta do these. Holy shit. Woo. See, a lot of people do these with like in here especially, they grab the plate. I'm gonna use a dumbbell just for the comfortability's sake, because I don't feel like having a big pad, like a big plate on my entire body when I can just have two hands for two sides of this bitch. Just hold it. I put my neck a little bit around it too. I don't know, it just seems more natural to me. Oh, I'm using way too much legs. Okay, we'll do without it. Because those are good. Actually, this is a 15 kettlebell. We'll just drop down 10. Oh, fuck. Round two. I'm trying to, by the way, my form is like to try to keep my back straight going up and then slow down. So that way I'm getting the, you might think that it's good to like contort and like kind of bend in, but that's not gonna get everything that I want. I want my entire core to be like stretched out and really get both strength and hypertrophy from that. That'll get my lower and midsections as well as my top if I keep it straight. If I just go like this, it's only gonna engage my top, but I want my bottom and my mid to be just as good as my top. And we'll go 3 more. Two more. All right. Whew. I can do it. I can crank out one more. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. What you'll notice is I was holding it kind of under my chin, and if you know anything about like torque, like rotary functions with like anything angle related, you know that basically like farther out, more of the weight is. That's how torque works. More pressure. I only took like 1 class on it, but it's really not that hard. Like this is why I use a dumbbell instead of a plate. Dumbbell I can get more here, right underneath my chin, puts more weight on my core to stretch out. And if I had a plate, I'd have that run on my flat. It would get in the way of my motion. I mean, it would keep me more straight, but it would get in the way of the actual crunch motion. And that way, I get more torque, and it's a little bit more comfortable. Whew, it's time to do more like body weight-esque things. Scoot this up a little bit more. Like usually, I mean not usually, but I guess when you get good at these, like if I get good at these, you put like leg weights or something on, or you can put like a band on or something. But what I'm gonna do, lie flat, put my legs at a 90, but then bring my hips up and go up and then back down, slow release down, so I can really work my core. I'll show you how it's done. The more you go off, the harder it'll be, kinda. But what I like to do is when I get to failure, that was kind of like a demo. What I like to do when I get to failure is instead of going up, all I do is crank out as many 90s as I can. Like that. Oh, that really gets the spine active. Whew. So, I guess this will be my first, like kind of how-to sort of thing. I'm already like halfway through, but it's my first like at home. A lot of these you can do at home actually, but yeah, I guess this will be like a how-to core, how to get core, how to get ripped. So yeah. So I think the main thing, for visibility would be diet. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it comes down to like if you want visible core, you just eat less. It's really like, I'm not gonna say it's that simple, but it kind of is. Whereas actually building up to there is the problem that a lot of people have. It's like, yeah, sure, you can be that little skinny, little Slim Jim, or you can be that big girthy sausage, a little spicy sausage. But we want to be in between there. We want it so that we're visible, but it's also like kind of ripped. So there's a machine, and like typical Saturday nights, you're gonna get on your knees, and we got our big black balls right underneath them, but you won't be sucking them. You'll be tugging them, but you won't be sucking. All right, so you're gonna aim away. This is what I like to do. Aim away from the actual machine. Make sure you get a good grip on your balls. You're gonna crunch, slow and controlled down, slow and controlled up. Stuff like that. So that was just like a little demo. I'll get to my actual, my weight, I think. It might be better to now for those, it's a heavier. Like for the demo I just showed you, I did 80, 85-ish. But in order to actually feel anything, I really had to go to 120. So make sure to, it's better to have more than it is to have less, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Now the point of these workouts is really, like, of course anybody can just go and spam crunches all day long. But it's about like, these are for actually being productive and shit. Like I really want to give out like a thing to make it look like have good abs, good looking abs, instead of just having some like doing 90 crunches and not getting anywhere or something like that. It really comes down to like your body fat percentage if you really want them to look good. But that's really like, for anybody out there who's actually watching this and trying to get a tutorial for visible, like it's really just about like cutting down your calories, like count. The only advice I can really give is like if you're kind of tubby a little bit and you want to get rid of that, it's really about calories and your exercise. I'd say it's like 70% your calories and the other 30% is the exercise that you do. Like you don't have to spam crunches or run a mile every single day. As long as you're doing high intensity workouts, as long as you're using your body to its maximum, you'll be burning just as much calories as you would be like running a mile. I'm not gonna like say like exactly running a mile, but after a while of running, you'll develop a habit where you're like, your body gets used to it. Unless you're increasing the stakes, your body will get used to it. Your body doesn't want you to grow. That's the thing, is you have to want to grow. And yeah, and that comes down to counting how many calories you eat, getting on your average of what you eat. I think this is what will help a lot of people. Getting down what you eat in a day. Count how many calories you eat in a day. Don't worry about grams of carbs, don't worry about protein, and don't give a shit about any of that. Go over how many calories you eat in a day. Track that for a week, all right? 1 week, and then drop 500 from it. whatever your average is, drop 500. Let's say 2,500 calories a day, drop it to 2,000. And then try to count as many as you can, just so you don't go over 2,000 every single day. And make sure you're doing your exercise too, because that's the way that you use your calories that you're intaking. You're using this because your body's in a deficit. You'll be forced to use your little belly fat. And don't get frustrated because it's not going to work instantly. This is something that takes months, like, I'm not going to say years. Of course it doesn't take years. You can probably get clean six-pack in a few months depending on how tubby you really are. But yeah, it's really just about time. Like, just making sure you keep to it. Don't give up when you get pissed off at yourself. Use that anger towards yourself to get better. This is with a mild pump. I don't know how much you can actually see. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now, of course, I'm kind of on a bulk. That's what, like, my whole content has been about, is being on a bulk. So I've lost a little bit, but there's a picture, it'll probably be in the thumbnail or something, of what I looked like a couple months ago when I was at my leanest and I was really, really fit. But like, still, I still have it, even though I'm bulking, and you can definitely still see it. Like, this is with a pump, but even without it, like, other days when I'm doing other exercises, I engage my core, I get a little pump going, and then you can still see it. So, not all hope is lost. Here. Hashtag not sponsored. These are good underwear though, I will say that.